One hog, two hog, three hog, four hog, five hog, six hog, seven hog, eight hog, nine hog, 10 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 hog.
Hello everybody and welcome to Noel the Red Devil. We are here to react to Burnley versus Manchester United. This is a live match reaction. I will have my camera on in just a second. I'm just having a cup of coffee and an owl bad habit. Also, just some team news in. We haven't got the squad yet, but Martinez will not be featuring in the squad. Apparently, the manager doesn't want to take any risk with him. Amrabat is in the squad. Whether he'll start or not now, we will have to wait and see for that team news. And we got Cinnamon in the chat who says, "Hi mate, absolutely buzzing today. We finally won our first game, beating Southampton 2-1. Brilliant. Hopefully now we can actually get a win tonight and put a smile on my face. We really needed that win, not only for the 3 points, but for everybody's morale." Exactly, that's all it takes. I was hoping that we would get a result against Bayern, even a draw, man. I think would have kick-started their season, to be quite honest with you. Like, we were a shambles, but we still managed to score 3 goals. But I didn't like Bruno's post-match press conference when he said, you know, nobody expected us to go to Bayern Munich and beat them. But I mean, a Manchester United captain shouldn't be saying that, in fairness. You know, you should be going over there thinking that you're going to win every game, even if you don't believe it yourself. You know, so I didn't like that. It's all about mentality here, and that didn't show any great mentality, if you ask me. But hopefully we get a win. Burnley haven't won a game at home all season, so this could be the game. But with Martinez out, it means it could be Lindelof, Johnny Evans in defence. I just don't know anymore. Anyway, I'll be knocking on the camera in just a wee second. I'm actually charging me AirPods as well, so that's what I'm doing. And also I'm going to be keeping an eye on the rugby, because the Republic of Ireland are well, I should say Ireland are playing in the rugby against the Springboks in the Rugby World Cup, and I've been watching the Rugby World Cup. Well, I've been watching Ireland's games. When it gets to the knockout stages, then I'll watch all the games then, but I just concentrate on Ireland's games. And Ireland's on at 8 o'clock, so the two things bloody clash. But I'm watching the Man United game because we need an important victory tonight. So yeah, still a lot of players missing from our squad, unfortunately, but with the way things are going, you know, these players need to step it up now tonight. Tonight is the game for them to prove to everybody that they don't have a soft underbelly, because if you lose against Burnley, forget about it. I mean, the season's rolled off. I mean, you can't beat Burnley. Come on. Anyway, so I suppose I better give you my opinion on the Bayern Munich game. Obviously, I wanted to wait a couple of days before I reacted, but let's just say during that match, I was not happy. There's too many players. Look, Scott McTominay comes on and he acts like he's had to be on for the whole 90 minutes. He's strolling, right? Rashford, yes, he has a burst of pace. I know he has to conserve his energy and stuff and time his runs. But there were periods in that game, again, this was criticism from the last game. A lot of people were saying, well, you are all trying to make Marcus Rashford the scapegoat. Saw all of that on Twitter, right? At the end of the day, if he's not pulling his weight, he's not immune to criticism. There was a lot of players, again, you know, we start off great. We could see the goal, the heads drop. And this is the thing, if Burnley managed to get a goal first, I think we'll lose. I don't think we had the mentality to fight back this season. For some weird reason, it just hasn't worked. Now, Amrabat might make a difference, but the bottom line is he's not going to make much of a difference. I'm sorry, but he's not. I mean, this team is a shambles right now. It's a shambles. Sorry, a bit of cream on top of me coffee. No better way. But it's an absolute shambles right now. So I don't know. I fear for us in this game. I think we'll be beaten 1-0, to be quite honest with you. If we get an early goal, then I can, you know, see, this is the thing with United. We have to get an early goal. But I've noticed something as well, right? It doesn't matter whether we score a goal or not, right? Right? If they score first, then we kind of seem to flap. But when we score, we seem to then want to protect that 1-0 lead rather than go and get a second goal. So we invite pressure on, and then eventually then the other team score, right? So even if we score first, if we don't push on and get that second goal, there's a possibility that Burnley draw that game. I just have no confidence in these players right now to go out there and beat Burnley. They should beat Burnley. But the way they've been playing, Bruno's form is off. Casemiro was absolutely crap Wednesday, but he got 2 goals, but he was still crap. We're just heading to a downward spiral with this. And apparently the club has had to come out and back the manager or something. I saw something there that the club backs the manager. I mean, like, that's just a stupid statement to make anyway. Of course you back the manager, right? It's your fault that the manager is in this position in the first place. So yeah, goddamn right you're going to back this manager. You're going to back this one, right? You just put him in this position, so you are going to back him. He's either going to sack him like he's do with every other manager, right? And pin the blame on them, right? It's your fault. You back this manager either way. It's done. Sick of all the excuses. Exactly, it's losing mentality, basically admitting they lost before a ball was kicked. Exactly. Hopefully Man United win tonight, because I don't like Burnley, as I want us both to be happy. We deserve this, mate. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Look, I'm probably being a little bit over the top with me criticism, but I mean, they've given me nothing to cheer about this season so far. You know what I mean? We've been in absolute shambles, you know? And then players falling out with the manager. Then a couple of our players fucking with dodgy pass coming up the hunt. Well, Anthony could be innocent though, but it's looking very likely that he maybe. But the thing about it is, people might criticise him, but we're down another player. Like, you know what I mean? We got 11 or 12 players not available to the manager. Like, I mean, it's crazy. And maybe when the whole squad is together, maybe this team plays better. But, you know, something has gone wrong. And it's the same thing that happens every second season for our managers. Right? They don't get back properly. And then that's it. They're done. Then the players then see the dressing room around them and probably think this isn't good enough. Because they're all walking around and seems like they don't give a crap to me. So the team news is as follows: Onana, Lindelof, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Haaland, Reguilon, Casemiro, Delao, Evans, McTominay, and Hannibal. That's a disgraceful team. That's a disgraceful team. Scott McTominay shouldn't be in that squad. He was jogging around on Wednesday. Johnny Evans is goddamn too old, but we've know with our on the bench. Van den Der, Varane, Amrabat, Ericsson, Gore, Pelestri, Van der Beek, Garnacho, and Martial. I mean, that's an absolutely horrible team he's at the foot now. Oh, that's awful. So which means, if I'm correct in saying, Rashford's going to be out on the left, Bruno is going to be out on the right, which means you're going to have a midfield of Casemiro, McTominay, and Hannibal. And then you've got a centre-back pairing of Johnny Evans, 35, 36, whatever he is, and Victor Lindelof, who couldn't kick snow off a rope. I mean, that's a poor team. I mean, that if we win today with that team, I'll be it's Burnley. Maybe that's what the manager's thinking is, but I wouldn't be that cocky. That's a horrible team to put out. That's a horrible team. Yeah, in that game, that's a game for Garnacho. That's a game for Garnacho. I would have even dropped Rashford because Rashford hasn't been doing it, in my opinion. I would have put Garnacho in there. I would have put Pelestri out on the right, Garnacho out on the left. Casemiro, Bruno, and Amrabat would have been my midfield. That's there's nothing you can do about the centre back pairing. But Varane is on the bench, but he doesn't want to risk him. So maybe he's just going to leave it with Johnny Evans and Yoke and then bring on Varane maybe for the last 20 minutes. I kind of get that. But you need to be starting Amrabat. I'm sorry, but you need to be starting Amrabat. You're putting in Scott McTominay, who was strolling around on Wednesday, and he wasn't even playing the full game. I don't know what Pelestri and Garnacho need to do to get into this team anyway, because I would have dropped Rashford. Garnacho where Rashford plays, and Pelestri out onto the fucking right. Right, Hoyland through the fucking middle. Bruno then playing the tip of the attacking midfield. Casemiro and Amrabat would have been my preferred fucking midfield. And then obviously the wingers are just the wingers, so you just... But obviously, well, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is still injured, so... But you got Delao, who I don't rate, but, you know, it's at least the other wing-back, Reguilon, is kind of decent there. But there's nothing you can do about the wing-backs because we're injured, but you could have done something with that midfield. I mean, that's absolutely disgraceful. And actually, I would have dropped Onana and played this new goalkeeper. When are you going to get this new goalkeeper a goal? Like, you're going to wait till the cup game to do it? I would have played him against Burnley, to be quite honest with you. You know, if Onana is going to the AFCON, you need to be giving this goalkeeper. If he's going to be your goalkeeper, you're going to be need to be giving them more games than what you're giving them. We'll see. We'll see. But I don't like that squad. But look, we'll see what happens. But that's awful. That's just bloody awful. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? I mean, I don't make the decisions, do I? I don't know how the manager can look at that and look at Scott jogging around and Rashford jogging around on Wednesday and put them back into the squad. I know it's a must win, but I would have dropped Rashford, and I don't think Scott McTominay has earned the spot. I don't care if he scores for Scotland, right? I actually don't care that he scores for Scotland. He doesn't do it in a United shirt. Awful, man. Awful. Anyway, what can you do? As I said, he's the boss. He picks the team. So exactly, people are reacting to that team. It's a horrible team. Yeah, United fans are not happy with that team. The reaction is that is just awful. Jesus Christ. This is what we have to put up with. Yeah, it's up to the players to do a job, but if we actually had a decent squad, a lot of these players would be fighting for their careers at United. But because we're so bad, a lot of these players are comfortable and know they're going to be picked. So that's why squad depth is actually important, because if a player starts lacking and you got a decent enough replacement to put him in that you're not going to miss that player, then you can, get a reaction out of the player that you've left on the bench. But I mean, Scott comes on Wednesday, strolls around, and then he gets to get into the team. I mean, how is that teaching the player to up his game if you're just going to throw him in the squad anyway when you've got Amrabat on the bench? I mean, I'd rather you start with Amrabat, give him at least 60 minutes or whatever, 65 minutes, and then take him off if you want. If you think he's not keeping up with the pace. But for God's sake, to start with Scott McTominay, he shouldn't even be on that bench, man. It's awful. It's bloody awful. I'm baffled now. I'm just baffled. We know this manager does this though. We know when he gets a new player, he doesn't play them straight away. He likes to ease them in. But I'm sorry, Ten Hag, but this is no time to be easing players in. You need 3 points, buddy. I support you. Most of the fandom support you, but every time we get a bad result, that Ten Hag out crowd is getting louder and louder. You need the 3 points. You should be playing your best team tonight. And that's not your best team. It's not. And now you've kind of, where's Bruno playing? Is he playing out on the right? Are you putting Hannibal out there? Who's playing out on the right? So you put Bruno. So if you put Bruno out on the right, okay, I know he's had a poor start to the season, but if you put Bruno out on the right, then we're missing his creativity in the middle of the park. And then your creativity is coming from Scott McTominay and fucking Casemiro and Hannibal. Hannibal is pretty decent though, but still, Hannibal's pretty decent. We don't need pretty decent. Awful. I just hope our manager hasn't underestimated Burnley because they've lost. Maybe he's done his analysis and he believes that this team can beat Burnley, right? But as I said, he needs 3 points tonight because I'm sick of listening to these Ten Hag out gobshites. I mean, literally last year, you know, we had a decent season. I say decent. It should have been a lot better than the way it ended. But we won a trophy. You know, we got back into the Champions League. We ended up in third in the league. And yes, we should have done better in the Europa League. We should have actually went on to win that, in my opinion. And in the FA Cup final, yeah, we should have done a lot more than what we did. But, you know, there was a lot of things that were at fault for that. There was players out of form. We had injuries as well. But for people to call for him to be sacked, listen, you don't call for this manager to be sacked. If you have an issue with what's going on with the team, well, then you're looking in the wrong direction. Now, I said this the last stream. Apparently, the Glazers are working behind the scenes and everything's being kept hush hush. But apparently, by January, Sheikh Jazim apparently is going to be our owner, and there's going to be a 200 million available for the manager to spend now. Can he go out and actually get decent players in January? We'll wait and see about that, right? But the thing about it is that from now until January, we've got to get our act together and try to get some run going to be in touching distance for top four, right? Because you can forget about the league now, right? You can forget about finishing in third. That's gone, right? Okay, fourth and fifth is what we're going for this season. Right, fifth still gets you into the Champions League now. They've added an extra, so fifth gets you into the Champions League. We get fifth with the start that we've had, unless we go on some amazing run. I don't see it personally, but it is possible. But we've got to keep within touching distance, and then if we do have new owners by January, Ten Hag then is able to go out and do a bit of business and reinforce that squad and get some of these duds out and make the bench stronger, make the first team stronger, then we see where we go then from January onwards. But it's all if, buts, and maybes. But, you know, miracles can happen. We can turn this around. I mean, it's not impossible to turn this around. I mean, we all remember that run that Ollie's team went on, where we are winning game after game after game. That can happen again. And some of those players that were in that squad are in this current squad. So they show they can't do it. That's the problem. It's the inconsistency. We know that some of these players can do it. I don't know the reasons why they don't do it on a consistent basis, though, and that's the issue that we have. This team used to bring me so much joy. Couldn't wait for United games growing up. And we were always hated. But the thing about it is, back then we could back it up with win after win after win after win. A draw or defeat was a huge thing. Now it's like, now it's just normalized. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just sad for the fans that weren't around in their glory years. You know, it's those fans I do feel sorry for because they deserve more than the Carabao Cup, you know, or an FA Cup, you know, or a Europa League. They deserve to see Manchester United lift the Premier League trophy. I'm telling you, even even though we won the treble and stuff, Premier League trophy for me was always the most prestigious trophy anyway, right? So even when we won the Champions League, yeah, we did a treble. I was delighted, and we deserved that treble when we did that treble. But Premier League for me was always the trophy that I wanted us to win. So it'll be nice one day to see them do it again. And if we do get new owners, that'll be a possibility. But I just want to say to the fans out there, you're gonna have to be patient. And I know we've already been patient. But if Sheikh Jazim comes in with a shit ton of money, remember, right? Unless he gets rid of the two negotiating gobshites that we have, right? They're going to be there doing the negotiating. So it doesn't matter if we have 200 million. They drag out negotiations for so fucking long, you know? So hopefully he brings in his own people. And if he does, then we can get deals done. But we need to be ruthless in the market now. You know, people saying, well, look, you know, coming in now, well, we spoke to Faye, he wants to join us, so here's the fee you're getting, and that's the end of it. Feck off. He's worth that, and that's what you're getting. Right? I love the times where club would try hustle United, and they'd like just walk away from it, right? And then they'd go and look at another player, and then that club would come back cap in hand and say, "Oh, he's available. Yeah, we'll give it to you for the price that you wanted," and we'd get him, right? But now, what happens? Oh, we want 69 million for Mason Mount. No, we'll give you 40. No, not good enough. 2 weeks later, we'll give you 45. No, another week. We'll give you 50. No, still not good enough. No, goes on for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and then what ends up happening? We just pay the fucking price that they asked for in the first place. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous how we've done business. Do you know what? The Glazers have spent money. It's controversial to say that, right? But you balance that with the money that they're taking out. But you got to be honest, they have spent. The problem that we've had is it's never been spent properly. Never. I mean, Bruno is probably the one for me that has been value for money. And Martinez, yes, he's having a bit of a rough patch, and he has for a while. But I think for the price that we paid for him, last season he justified that price tag. But it's just I just don't know, man. The type of player that we brought in. I mean, first when Ed Woodward was here, he was like, he was going out, he wanted to build the Galacticos of Manchester. He was going out buying every fucking name. Right? We spent money. That's the thing. But we spent it on the wrong fucking players. Instead of buying players that had huge potential, we were going out buying has-beens that were near the end of their careers. But because they had names like Di Maria, Falcao, and all of these other gobshites that we brought in. We wasted a shit ton of money. We brought in a load of duds. And that kind of has continued all the way through. We just don't spend the money properly. That's the thing. But they don't spend enough. I'm going to make that clear though. For a club as big as United and the revenue that they generate, they should be spending a lot. We should be outspending everyone every year anyway. We're the biggest club in the world. If we want the best, we go out and buy the best. It's as simple as that. If we want the best potential, we go out and buy the best potential. It's absolutely ridiculous. Our business has been all wrong. You know, and even this transfer window and the transfer window before, remember, they were going after Ravio and second, what was his name? Shaqiri, right? That's who they were going to go for. And then it was leaked. The press, the one time that we were actually thankful that the press leaked it. And then the fans had big uproar. No way you're going to get these lunatics. And then all of a sudden they found 200 million behind the back of the sofa. And then we went out and we bought, what was it, Anthony and Casemiro. But again, should we have bought Casemiro? Yeah, he had a great season last season. I'm not going to knock him. But look at him this season. He's the shadow of the player that he was. Real Madrid, listen, people should realise one thing when it comes to Real Madrid. Let me tell you something about Real Madrid. Real Madrid don't sell players unless they know those players are about to become injury prone or they know those players are on the way out. Right? They're not stupid. Right? And they always seem to sell to Manchester United. Right? They didn't sell Casemiro because they brought in all of those. They knew that he was on the decline. So they went out and they obviously did their business and they got rid of him. And that's how they do it. They're ruthless. Right? We talk about how Real Madrid treat their players and all of this and make them cry and shit. But they're ruthless. They do their business, they're ruthless. They move players on. They don't give a crap. And that's why when we signed Varane even, I was a bit sceptical. And now look what's happened. He's injury prone. He's a great fucking defender, don't get me wrong, and he still is a great defender. The problem is the poor fucker can't stay fit. Because when he's in that defense with Martinez, they just look so much better because he seems to be a calming influence on Martinez, and Martinez is not as rash when Varane is in. That's what Martinez does need. He needs that calming influence beside him. So when we're going out to get another defender, that's what we need to be doing. We need to be getting someone that's like a Varane type defender that has the mentality and the calmness that Martinez just calm down a bit. Martinez has been getting a bit rash over the last couple of weeks when Varane's not there. So a couple of times I believe he should have been sent off. He was acting like a petulant little child because he was being overrun. But he had Varane there. Varane was able to calm him down. So we need to be going for someone like that. But again, as I said, if Real Madrid offer us any of their players, we should fucking just run away and say no from now on. It's as simple as that. Listen, the only way we're taking Real Madrid players is if we're taking some of their star fucking players. If Sheikh Yazin goes, this is it. Look, goes to a player's agent. We got this player. This is how much we're willing to offer him. Right, we're going to pay the club. Right, the player has to say he wants to leave. Right, they'll take the fee. He'll come to us. Blah blah blah. Done. That's the way we're getting Real Madrid players. I don't want any of our players that are on the decline or on their way out or injury prone. And no disrespect to Casemiro or Varane. The two of them have been fucking pillars for us last year. But unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do it the whole season. We have a very long season ahead. And I do believe with the World Cup and the long season that we had, we've seen the toll. I said it when that pre-season was announced. That was way too many games pre-season, and I believe that's why we have some of the injuries that we have now. I don't know what the thinking was behind that, but that was an absolutely ridiculous pre-season. And then they played a couple of games behind closed doors as well on top of that. So I don't know what Eric Ten Hag's or who, because he would have been part of that. I don't know what the thinking was behind it, but we're seeing the result of it now, which is a lot of injuries. And he's kind of crippled himself now because he's got all of those players unavailable. He's fallen out with Sancho. And rightly so, because Sancho shouldn't have called him a liar. At the end of the day, I believe the manager has done everything in his power to help that kid. It's up to Sancho now to grow up, be a man, sort out your shit, and come back a better player and prove to Manchester United fans and the manager why you deserve to wear this jersey again. And that goes for every Manchester United player out there. Yous all have to show us now that yous deserve to wear this, because yous haven't done it for us this season. I'm not going to knock yous for last season because I took everything into account, right? But I did expect yous to win at least the Europa League as well, and yous let me down on that one. FA Cup was always going to be a toss-up because it was against Manchester City, and it would have been amazing if we had won it, to be quite honest with you. It would have been a fucking miracle. Right? But she's got ourselves in that position. So you need to do that again. You need to get that spark back that you had last season and put consistent run together and prove to the fans that this is the club for you. Keep up the good work, lad. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We'll go now and I'll get the match ready to go. We'll just give it a little refresh. So do I. I mean, look, I just can't take another defeat, man. I'm supporting this club over 40 years, and this has been by far the most stressful time that I've over these last few years. The most stressful time I've had as a Manchester United fan. And it's been heartbreaking. It's been heartbreaking to see our club fall so hard. I mean, United fans, we still do it. We are the biggest club in the world, and we say we still are a big club. Let's be honest. We're not run like a big club. And it's sad. It's sad because, as I said, I would love the younger fans to see the share in what we experienced, the glory years. There's nothing better than seeing your team lifting Premier League after Premier League, winning FA Cups, playing some beautiful football. And we had some players, even the average players that we had, right, gave fucking everything for this team. And that's why they're legends. Some players that have played for us that are not even that we consider world class, but while they wore this jersey, they gave it everything. And that's why we won so much. It wasn't just the manager; it was the mentality that he drove into them. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what team we faced. He made them believe that they could beat anybody. And I know Eric Ten Hag has done that with this team, but unfortunately, we've got a lot of players in our team right now that have weak mentality. And that's the situation that we have with this current crop of players. There's too many players with a weak mentality in that squad, and the first sign of trouble, they go missing. That's the time when you stand up to be counted. Hey Jason, welcome. That's the time that you stand up and be counted, because you know when everybody's against you, you see it. The media is against this team. Some certain groups of fans are against this team, against this manager. You know, they're a mockery to everybody. Everybody's slagging them off. All of these football troll accounts ripping the piss out of our players. You know, even for the Bayern Munich game, they were saying, sure, there's no point he is turning up, just give them the 3 points. All of this stuff. During my time to glory, you wouldn't have seen that shit. We wouldn't have tolerated anything like that anyway. Don't blame Eric Ten Hag on this lineup. Too many injured players, and Amrabat is not ready yet. I do agree with you with the injuries, right? But I just cannot get me head around why Scott McTominay is on the pitch. Now, where's the team news again? There it is. So who have we got in the bench? Right. Okay, I thought this would be controversial, right? But if you're not going to play Eriksen, then play Donny van de Beek. He's on the bench. I don't want Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay shouldn't even be on the bench. Let's be honest, when those 11 players come back from their injuries, he's probably not going to be in the team anyway. But he shouldn't be playing from the start, is what I'm trying to say. I would have, if you're not going to play Eriksen, then play Donny van de Beek. What's Donny van de Beek doing on the bench if you're not going to give him some game time? And if you're trying to sell him, would this not be the perfect game to put him on so he can show that he still has it? So maybe someone in January will snap him up. I don't know why you're playing Scott McTominay when he was strolling around the pitch on Wednesday after coming on as a substitute. But look, he's the manager. I back the manager. Let's hope he's right. But I tell you one thing, I'll be keeping my eye on Scott McTominay. Right, and I'll be keeping my eye on Marcus Rashford. You want to start, look, I get he wants to conserve his energy and stuff like that. But you know, when fans see you just strolling around the pitch though sometimes, you know, at least make the effort. You know, did you know on Wednesday, right, Scott McTominay came on the pitch. Did you know that when the ball was lost and all the United players were running back, the referee outran Scott McTominay, who'd only come on the pitch? He outran Scott McTominay. The referee outran Scott McTominay. I mean, I'm sorry, but for me that's uncalled for. If a referee on Wednesday is outrunning you, well, then you shouldn't be playing for Manchester United. Jesus Christ. I'm in my 40s. I'd get on that fucking pitch and put in more of an effort. And I can hardly run nowadays. I'd probably outpace McTominay. He's that fucking lazy. Yeah, I'll get the Varane situation, but you better bring him on for the last 20 minutes or something, because I don't think that Johnny Evans Lindelof back there pairing is going to keep a clean sheet. I agree, Eriksen is not the same player, but he's better than Scott McTominay though. That's the thing, he's better than Scott McTominay. And yet Donny is done, but he's better than Scott McTominay. I'm sorry, I don't rate Scott McTominay. And what I seen from him on Wednesday after coming on as a substitute is a disgrace. I'm sorry, but it's a disgrace. If you're not willing to put the effort in when the manager brings you on, when you're looking for a goal, and you're not willing to put the effort in after the ball is lost to try win that ball back or to stop them from scoring, I'm sorry, you shouldn't even be on the bench. This is what's wrong. See, I come from a time where there were high standards at Manchester United, right? And if any player reached below that standard, even for a week, right, the manager would hook them off and you wouldn't see them for the next game. They'd be on the bench. Okay? Now, I get that there are 11 to 12, I think there's 13 players in all or something that are not available, right? But there are better options than Scott McTominay on the bench. And I get you don't want to play Amrabat straight away, but I would have stuck him in, right? You give him an hour, right? By that time, hopefully, the game is killed off. And then you bring on your Scott McTominay if you want to, because then he'll just stroll around for the next half hour and it won't make a difference because we got a healthy lid. Amrabat will run and run and run and run and run, and that's what we need right now. We need those 3 points. The manager needs those 3 points. I would have dropped Marcus Rashford. Rashford hasn't done, has been, and as well, Rashford is actually annoying me. He's greedy. He's selfish, right? He's crossed the ball in a couple of times. That's great, and people have praised him for it. But how about all the other 7 times that he should have crossed the ball in, but he took extra touches and tried to take around the defender because he thought he's Ronaldinho or something or Ronaldo and wanted to score a bloody world-class goal or a worldie as they call it, instead of fucking squaring the ball or crossing the ball into the box. Another thing as well, we're shit at corners. We never seem to just knock the ball in, and even if we do, it doesn't pass the first defender. If we do, then it's actually hit too fucking hard, right? Then we do these short ones all the time that teams read anyway. No point of us getting a corner. Free kicks is the same because nobody in their team can actually take a fucking free kick and put it in the back of the net because they always blown over, hit the wall, or they go short. So I would have played Garnacho. I would have put Palestri out on the right, Garnacho out on the left, Holland up front, Bruno at the just behind Holland, Casemiro, Amrabat, right? And then obviously your back four is the back four no matter what happens because, you know, Varane is injury prone. So I even though I don't want Johnny Evans on the pitch, that's who's there and that's the end of it, right? And then you got your 2 wing backs. Simple as that. And I would have actually dropped Onana and put the new goalkeeper in, because if he's going to be a goalkeeper when Onana fucks off to the AFCON, well then you should be don't wait just for the cup games. You should play him in games that United are expected to win, and I would have loved to see him play his first game tonight. But of course he's not going to drop Onana because Onana made that mistake, because then if he drops him then the media jumps on it and says, oh well, he put him on the bench because he's shit, even though that would be justified, but he's not going to do that because he doesn't want to create any more drama. So some of the decisions and some of the yokes I can understand, but I can't understand the Scott McTominay one, and I just don't, and he shouldn't be on the pitch. He doesn't deserve to wear that United jersey. He's not United elite. And I don't know why all of these managers seem to like him. He's shit. It's as simple as that. Right? Well, we'll see. You better score a hat-trick then. Simple as that. Because he's not. No, I'm sick of all of these managers picking him. I don't know what he does to get into the team, but apparently, well, the media report says he's a bit of a lick arse. And that's how he gets into the squad. That's coffee. Coffee. Right, we're not long to kick off now. Right, put the sound up. I've got my earbuds in, so you won't be able to see the hear the match. But of course, you will see me reacting to it. Well, get you the score predictions in anyway. And let me know what you think the score will be tonight. Jason says 1-1. We'll see. As I said, we get the first goal, we better push on and get the second, because normally what happens is when we get a goal, we like to sit back and invite pressure. So we'll see if we can get an early goal and then get a second one. I think we will win. But if Burnley score first, I think Burnley will win. This team, anytime they concede a goal, they're just a bunch of idiots. Their heads drop. 2-1 United, says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I better give a definitive score prediction. So let me see. I'm gonna go 1-0 Burnley. I'm gonna stick to my original prediction. I just don't, not with Scott McTominay and Casemiro's being poor in that midfield. And then if you've whacked Bruno out onto the right, then we have an issue. And Rashford's just not doing it right now at the moment. And as I said, he's selfish. Reguilon might do something because he's been bombing up and down. He seems to be the only player that's actually fighting for a contract at Manchester United. But no, I just don't see where the creativity is coming. I was speaking to my dad earlier today. He said 3-0 win or 3-2 loss. I don't know. Normally, I'd be pretty good at predicting Man United scorelines, but not anymore. Not with this current crop. Not with this current crop. It's very hard to figure out. Right, here's the players coming out. Looks like that guy in The Simpsons. What was his name? No, the guy that always wanted to kill Bart Simpson with the hair. Anyway, they're coming out onto the pitch. I just hope they just they destroy Burnley. That would be my ideal scenario. That they just go out and for 90 minutes they just bash Burnley. And I mean, Sideshow Bob. Yeah, Hannibal looks like Sideshow Bob. Seriously though, but for 90 minutes, I hope they batter them. And I mean batter them on the pitch. Because that's what they should be doing. That's what actually in reality they should be doing. They should be going to turf more saying, right, you know what, we've had a poor start to the season. Everybody is turning on us. The fans, certain fans are turning on us. The media are turning on us. Let's go out there and show them what we're made of and just hammer them. But of course, Carlsberg don't do dreams because if they did, they'd be the best dreams in the world. Oh, nervous. Oh, I hate this, man. Shouldn't even be the case. Right, so Aaron Ramsey gets his first start for Burnley. They said an interest in Eric Ten Hag selections. Did they even know? I do hope Onana has a good game today. I have to be honest with you. He's put a lot of pressure on himself. Um, but I do believe that he'll get his act together. But when I think the money we spent on him and we could have kept David De Gea for one more season at least, gave him that year, right? And let him say farewell to the fans. We could have got in another centre back and we wouldn't even be in the position that we're in now. Anyway, yeah, Bruno is out on the five. Right, right, lads. Come on. For once, I look that jersey, folks. Right, this is it, boys. You know what to do. Get out there. Don't let me down because I think these are going to lose. Right? Yeah, they've all gone over to Onana. Oh, Jesus. I feel sorry for Eric Ten Hag. I really do. But he doesn't help himself with some of the decisions he makes. But that's what I mean. If Manchester United lose tonight, this becomes a mega star. It becomes huge. So the players really need. Oh man. Right, here we go, lads. In fairness as well, I just want to say this. This is Burnley, so I would expect Manchester United to be dominating the ball even though they're at home. Go on, go on. Again, Rashford is just absolutely awful there. I love the fact that he does want to try, and every time he gets the ball to take around people and do something spectacular. But sometimes keeping it simple is also okay, Marcus. Come on, lads, you should be putting pressure on the ball. What the hell? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Right, Scott is on the ball. By the way, just to let you know something interesting, in one of the behind the closed doors games, Man United played Burnley with a team that was, oh, well, obviously they didn't have Casemiro in it or anything like that, but Burnley did actually beat us. Now, I know it's different to the league, but I just want to throw that in that Burnley have actually beaten us. And Martial was playing, Hannibal was playing. Right, Onana has the ball and he didn't let it go through his hands, so that's good news. Oh Nana, what's your name? Oh Nana, you're crap. We spent all that money on you. You better not fucking concede any goals, man. I'll tell you. Oh look, Scott making an effort. Jesus, Jesus wonder. Right. I mean, it's a bit scrappy at the moment, so I can't really make any judgments. But there's Hannibal there now putting pressure on, throw in for us. But I would say Burnley have had most of the ball so far. Oh, Hannibal tried to offside. Again, Man United are doing nothing. This is Burnley, for God's sake. This is Burnley. I mean, this is awful. Put the fucking pressure on the ball, will you? Like, are you that stupid? Fucking awful. Great tackle. Go on. Oh, Bruno. Keeper. Save from the keeper. Nice ball, see. Rashford, see. Johnny Evans back to Onana. So this is how long ago Burnley beat Manchester United. Wes Brown was in the defence with Johnny Evans when we last lost against Burnley. There's a little bit of trivia for you there, folks. But again, back to Onana, we're doing this what we were doing at the start of the season, ball back, not going anywhere because we're clueless to what to do with the ball. And it's going to thump it up now. There you go, Haaland. Oh, what a save by Onana. They nearly scored. I told you, this team has nothing. This team is gutless. Gutless. These are all crazy, which is our 2-1 and 3-2 score lines. Get the fucking boat. Look, they made me even drop out my ear, yo. What the fuck was that? Holy shit. What the hell is going on now there? Gutless, yellow belly tossers we have in our team, folks. We're playing Burnley here. Remember, Burnley, right? And they've nearly scored. And Onana's had to pull off a great save there, and he finally actually made a great save. But Burnley are dominating the ball. I repeat, Burnley are dominating the ball. Hannibal with a chance to Holland. Oh! But anyway, back to my original point. Burnley are dominating the ball against Manchester United. Burnley. So even if we win this, right? Even if we win this, which we're not, oh, look at that side-to-side ball by Scott McTominay. That was great. That was absolutely. Victor Lindelof now back to Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans will panic a little bit now and just hoof it up there. And it goes out. Rashford just was like, well, can you not give us a better ball than that sort of thing? Vincent Kompany is probably saying to himself, Jesus, I can't believe this is actually happening. I'm creaming my pants here. Burnley still dominating the ball, folks. Burnley against Manchester United, dominating the ball. Burnley. I mean, they're making us look like a bunch of muppets. That's a red card. Is it? It's going to give me yellow. It's a yellow card for Delo, which means he's going to get sent off soon because he's a fucking plonk. Yeah, look at it. Yeah. I wonder if Eric Ten Hag will take him off now because he has a yellow card. Doesn't want to risk him. He's going to be sent off. He's going to be sent off. Scott McTominay, the useless, blundering idiot, just fouled someone because, you know, that's all he's good for doing is just like fouling people. Don't even know why he's on the pitch. As I said, I would have played Amrabat from the start. There you go. I'm not the manager. I mean, Burnley is playing better football than Manchester United. Burnley, who haven't won a game at home all season, are making Manchester United look like a bunch of amateurs. Burnley. Scott McTominay fouls again because that's what Scott McTominay does. And he'll probably get a yellow card in a few minutes if he keeps mounting off at the ref. Now Burnley have a free kick in a very dangerous position. And Burnley mess up that free kick from a dangerous position. Oh, Highland is down. But he's back up again just as quick as he got down because he ain't no pussy. It's 1-0. Oh, they've hit the bar. They've hit the bar. Gutless Manchester United have nearly been penetrated, but the ball has hit the bar. Burnley are all over us. It's absolutely beautiful. I think I'll become a Burnley supporter because at least they put in the fucking effort. Here we go again. They're still putting on the pressure. This is Manchester United, remember, against Burnley. I should have watched the rugby. Actually, I'm going to check the score on the rugby. Hopefully my team, the Ireland, I should say, is doing us proud in the rugby against South Africa. At least they put the effort in. 16 minutes, 3-0 to South Africa. Jesus, I mean, I thought it's God's trying to depress me or something. Like, seriously, like. So Burnley on the ball again, folks. Burnley on the ball again. I might as well just call this the Burnley stream versus a bunch of talentless feckin' idiots who shouldn't be wearing this jersey. I think the fans in Burnley, if there's any Manchester United fans that can kick a ball, I think you should come out in the second half and represent this fucking team because none of these gobshites deserve to be on the pitch right now. There's the ball back to Burnley after United had it. We can't keep the ball. But here's Highland. He's running for the ball there. He wins the ball. He's like, I got the ball there now. And you pull me down, you feckin' Egypt. But the ref doesn't give it. And then there's another free kick. And a referee is just like refereeing the game. Oh, Burnley are making a change because one of their players was actually making so much effort that he actually injured himself. So they're bringing on a new player that will actually put in effort as well. You know, like I told you this was going to happen, right? We are a bunch of fucking morons, right? We are headless chickens out there. The manager has put out the wrong team too. I don't give a fuck if Amrabat is not ready. You put him on the fucking pitch. Why did we buy him? All right. And you take Hannibal off as well. He tries, but I don't give a shit. You pour on Ericsson or Van der Beek. Make up your fucking mind. But take that fucking Scott fella off. Scott McTominay winning a tackle there. I mean, we should kind of celebrate that because, it's probably the most effort that he's going to put into the game today. even the United fans are trying to sing there to just kind of like do something to G these assholes up, but you can't G assholes up that don't give a shit about your club. And we've got a lot of players in this squad that just don't give a shit about Manchester United. There's Johnny Evans now back to Onana. Onana will hit it out there, and then somehow it'll find its way back on. Now Delors decided to do some mad skill now and pass it out to Reguilon. Rashford grabs the ball now, and he's going to try take on players. No, he's not. He actually passes it back for a change. I knew that was going to happen. Back to Onana. Johnny Evans has it again. He'll look around, won't see many options. The Victor Lindelof. Lindelof then will see there's no options. Oh, back to Onana there. Back to Onana. Back to Onana. It's so fucking predictable, you gutless little fuckers. Burnley have a break now. They broke down for United because, you know, we got Scott McTominay and calm the pitch. Bruno wins it back, gives the ball to Hannibal. Hannibal out to, well, Hoyland was pointing, but Hannibal passed it to him anyway, and we lost it back to Burnley again. And Burnley just get the ball out of there. United get that head on a free kick. Hannibal gives away, but the ref has advantage, I think. Right, United on the ball with Hannibal. He passes it out to Casemiro, who gives it to Bruno, who wins a corner. Reguilon with the corner. And Johnny Evans, the oldest man on the pitch, has scored for Manchester United. The oldest, oh my God, he scored for us. Johnny Evans. Wow. Johnny fucking Evans. Wow. It just goes to show you how bad that Burnley actually are, that Johnny Evans can score a goal. This is why I'm being sarcastic all the way through this stream. It's because we should be bashing this, but because we're gutless yellow, we don't have any talent. It took Johnny Evans from a corner kick to get his big mallet on it. There you go. In the back of the net there, runs away and celebrates. Up first, bang. Get in. Well done, Johnny. Oh, VAR now. Oh, here we go now. I bet you this is not going to be given now. Oh, VAR checking it. See, it's great. Watch. It's grand. He's not going to give it the goal. It's all right, man. We know how it goes with VAR, right? So just save us all of the hassle now and just whack the goal off, right? Just whack the goal off now and do us all a favour because I know you're not giving it, all right? I know you're not giving it, so just stop wasting this time, VAR, and just say you're not giving us the goal. We know you're not giving it, right? You've never give it, so don't give the goal and let's come on. Typical. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Fuck. Forget about it. We never get it. We never get it. VAR always screws us over. I know, yeah. Eric Ten Hag is right. You can nod away in disapproval because I fucking agree with you. Forget about it. We never get it. We never get any decision going our way anymore. We might as well just be just fucking when VAR just the players. No wonder the players actually fucking give up. Scott McTominay loses the ball because you know what's the point of him being on the pitch? Unlucky kid. I'm not gonna give out about our young striker that we bought because I know it's gonna take him a while and he's already got a goal and he had one knocked off. He's shown that he will be a good player first, so I'm not gonna knock him, right? But in fairness, mate, you should have probably done better with the first. Eric Ten Hag is not happy. You should have put Amrabat on then, you fucking moron. And Scott McTominay with another foul. I mean, why is the point to him? Seriously, what is the point to him? How he even ever became a professional footballer is beyond my comprehension. Now, the last thing we need to do is concede a goal before half time. We're just awful. We're just awful. There's just something seriously wrong with this team. Well, they're playing against Manchester United. That's why they're confident. Anybody plays United now should be confident. Actually, I'd even go as far as to say even the Manchester United women's team would be confident against this lot. Gutless, yellow belly, fucking pieces of crap that don't deserve to wear this jersey. Right, another corner. Right, here's Rashford on one of his runs and loses the ball, but wins it back. About time this time. Reguilon tries to get the cross in, but it's blocked. Throw into United up in Burnley's end of the pitch. Here we go. Fernandez tries one. Reguilon just lobs it in. Nobody there. Scott McFloppin to Marcus. I can't run and beat players. Rashford back to Floppin. The ball goes to Victor. I can't defend. Lindelof gives it to Johnny Evans, the statue. Back to Victor. Linda. I can't defend. Loff. Back to Johnny Evans. Back to Victor Lindelof. Bet you it goes back to Onana because that's all Victor does. He plays the ball backwards or side to side because he's a stupid fucking defender and can't fucking actually play with the ball. Onana takes about 15 hours to just whack it up the pitch. Hannibal tries to run after it. And then someone there like Casemiro does a little bit of something there. Rashford now on a run, but gets the ball taken off him because he's so predictable. We gave him big money because we were afraid to lose him to PSG, and now he's become as bad as he was before he had that great season. But this is the time that Man United normally concede a goal. The last few minutes of the first half. Can they actually keep a clean sheet at the end of the first half? But I'm just going to tell you now, I predicted a 1-0 scoreline to Burnley. They've hit the bar. They've had all the chances. And I expect them to continue down the same path, to be quite honest with you. And yes, VAR might have ruled out the Johnny Evans goal, but Highland was actually beside the goalkeeper. So, you know, the rules are the rules. The bottom line is that we shouldn't be relying on VAR decisions to bail us out. We're just a bunch of idiots that can't. And Burnley are now are attacking again because it's all Burnley. Burnley. Look, we lost the ball after winning the ball. Burnley. It's a corner. No, it's a goal kick. See, United fans shouldn't lose the sight that this is Burnley, okay? Burnley that came up from the Championship, who are favourites to go down, okay? So even if we won this game, say 1-2, 3-0 in the second half, you guys have to actually remember that this is Burnley, right? And Burnley have dominated for the first 41 minutes of this game, right? So if any fans try to justify this, then this is what's wrong with us, right? No fucking standards. This is not good enough. This is awful. No standards. We shouldn't be relying on VAR, right? We should be 3-4-5-0 up now, right? If it was old United with an old mentality. Right, look at them all. I'll make an effort to get the ball. Bruno passes it back behind Hannibal because, when you play him in that position, what's the point? But no creativity, as I said, there wouldn't be. And here's Burnley again on the attacking United half. United are tracking back. Nice ball. Burnley again. Oh, nice little ball there. Go on, Burnley. Go on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Burnley on the ball again. Because, we always concede a goal. We're going to concede, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look, the England manager who defended Harry Maguire, and then Harry Maguire's mammy came out and defended him. He's shit, mate. He's shit. But of course, you would have to add extra pressure onto United, wouldn't you, little scumbag? You're even lucky you have that England job. You got probably the best generation of English players, and you're flushing them down the toilet. Garrett slow out of the traps gate. Penalty! Penalty! Oh, I'm surprised VAR didn't give that. There might be a check. There might be a check there now. Because VAR always seem to give penalties against United. But United lose the ball again. No, because he's out in the position that's not his. Right, the tackle was outside the box, so it wouldn't have been a penalty. Let me see. It wasn't. Let me see. Oh no, what a great tackle by Casemiro. Well done, Cass. Well done. Sorry, I just have to clap the fact that one of our players actually put effort in to make a tackle. So, and Onana makes the save. Ramsey nearly scores there, but Onana fumbled a little bit, but he recovered well there. But he does have a thing for fumbling the ball all the time, doesn't he? I mean, man, put super glue or something on your gloves, will you? Do something, man. Back to Onana. Then Onana is just going to either give it to one of them or he's just going to build it up, but it'll go back to him again anyway. He's still like, I mean, after all of that, I mean, you wasted a lot. I know you don't want to concede a goal at half time, Onana, but come on, that's ridiculous. Look at him. Back to Onana again. Well, I mean, if they're not putting pressure on him, he's entitled to do this. But I mean, we're playing against Burnley. I expect you to get the ball up as quick as possible so we can score a fucking goal. But modern footballers today, they like to take their time, wipe their arse, have a cup of tea, maybe wash their hands because they should have washed their hands before they made a cup of tea. But, back to Onana. Go on, do it. Back to Onana. Oh, you didn't. Oh. Burnley win the ball back. And here we go again. It's Ronaldinho. Onto Marcus flaps. Oh, look at Marcus using his pace. And he does get a foul. He does get a foul. About time. About fucking time. VAR. VAR. Right, if we could score from this now, I'll be happy, Let's see what happens there now. To Victor Lindelof. To Johnny Evans. Is it going back to Onana? No. Back to Victor. Because Scott is the same. He likes to play the ball back. Casemiro with the ball back. It's like this is backwards. Oh, look at me. Backwards again. Delao decides to just build it up here. I've had enough of this backwards shit. Gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Bit of triangle football going on there now. I have to say back to Victor. Victor to Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans looks up. He whacks the ball up forward to Bruno Fernandes. Oh my God! Bruno Fernandes with an absolute volley of a crack of a goal at the AR. I'm not going to do that one out. I'm waiting for something to happen. What a goal. No, seriously, what a goal. Casemiro's hugging him and saying shit to him. What a goal. Have to be honest. That was special. Let me say this. So the ball, Johnny Evans picks the ball up. He kicks it up. He's onside. I mean, look at that run by Bruno. And then he just watches the ball and then bang into the back of the net. I mean, that is absolutely delightful. What a goal. If anybody was going to do something for us, I suppose, even though he hasn't had the best of game, it was always going to be our captain. But it's about time that we've actually scored a goal at the end of a half rather than concede one. But there you go. We got a goal. Bruno Fernandes puts it in. Seriously, that's some goal. If you get the opportunity to play, guys, I mean, I just think we're saying probably right now one of the goals of the season. I say one of the goals of the season because obviously it probably will be beaten. But wow, that ball by Johnny Evans. Bruno watches the ball come down. That's what makes it so good. He watches the whole flight of the ball comes down and he hits it perfectly. And he uses the outside of it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, here we go. But again, Victor just slows everything down. I hate him. Look back again. Look, you didn't need to go back. Hoyland nearly scored. And it's half time, folks. Half time. Oh my God, I need a break after all of that. But Bruno Fernandes has put us in front. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. It's the camera. I have to say, listen, besides me excitement for the goal, that has been an absolute shambles of a performance. And, you know, beating Burnley 1-0 or 2-0 after that shambles of a performance is not going to cut it. I'm sorry. And, you know, United fans will just say, yeah, well, we didn't play our best, but we got 3 points. Let's move on to the next one. No. Serious questions have to be asked here. I mean, we're getting dominated by Burnley. Right? Burnley. Not Manchester City, Arsenal, or Liverpool, right? Or Spurs, or any decent team. Right? We're getting beaten, we're getting dominated by Burnley. So, before any United fans, you know, lose their shit, because we might get 3 points, remember, for most of that half, we've been second best. And I know what this team's like. We've scored now, right? So this is going to go 2 ways, right? And the 2 ways, and mark my words, this is how it's going to go. We're going to either push on and we'll get a couple of more goals and we'll have a better second half and we'll kill off the game, right? Or what we'll do is what we always do, is we'll invite on pressure, right? And we'll defend well for the second half, right? And then with the last few minutes left, we'll concede a goal and it'll be a draw. Or even worse still, we'll concede a goal, we'll tip off, they'll somehow rob the ball back, and then they'll go up the other end and they'll score 2 goals. Right? We're incapable of keeping a lead. Anyway, I better check the rugby score. Last time I checked, it was only 3-0. But still, you know, rugby is different to football. But anyway, there you go. Fernandez, I suppose if there's one player you can get, and he's not even having a great game. That's the thing though. But that's what Bruno can do. I mean, he can produce moments of magic like that. But he's not playing in his position anyway because he's sweet. I just hope now Ten Hag looks at that half and thinks that he has to make a change and brings on at least Amrabat. Come on, he has to bring Amrabat on now. I mean, Scott McTominay, he's away. Listen, that lad, no offense to his mother or his father, but that was a waste of sperm. Right? I'm sorry, he's not a professional footballer. Professional footballer. If he's a professional footballer, then I'm a professional fucking ballet dancer. Close the window. Right, just bear with me now. I'm just going to get a beverage now because no more hot beverages to drink because I don't drink hot beverages at night. So we're going to have a cold beverage, cold one. Yeah. So yeah. Seriously, man. Oh, I tell you. We'll see what happens in the second half. But anyway. Oh, that's nice. Anyway, the important thing is, though, it is 1-0. Even though, no. We'll see. But Burnley have been very unlucky. I mean, what United fans should be worried about, right? This way, I don't want to be negative all the time, but you've got to look at it this way. That's Burnley, right? When we play our next couple of games, okay, we're expected to win those next couple of games. But we've got, who have we got coming up? I think we've got Galatasaray, don't we, in the Champions League? And then we've got Manchester City coming up, right? I mean, Manchester City are going to destroy the team, right? You think the 7-0 win, you think the 7-0 defeat against Liverpool was bad? When Manchester City get a hold of us this season, so nobody should be praising this, even if we win this, right?
because that first half was a shambles. And if we play like that in the second half, right, but we still managed to win the game, it's still a shambles, folks. Forget about the scoreline, the fact it's 3 points. When we go up against someone that's decent, listen, people expect us to win our next couple of games. I wouldn't even, the way they're playing, they're not guaranteed games. The guaranteed games are, right? The guaranteed games that we're supposed to win, they're not guaranteed anymore. Burnley have played well. They're the better team. Bottom line, I'll admit it. They're the better fucking team. Oh, by the way, Ireland are winning 7-3 at half-time against South Africa, which is very good because South Africa are actually one of the favourites to win the Rugby World Cup like we are. So the fact that if we beat them in Group A, that'll be good. So it's at least me national team is actually doing something, but me football team, Manchester United, well, they might have a 1-0 lead, but they've been a shambles. Just bring on Amrabat now, will you? Just Amrabat, take off Rashford because he's doing fuck all, and put Garnacho on. I have to say though, the positive here has been Onana. I know we've been all tough on him, but he's actually made some good saves today. Look, I hope he kicks on because a lot of United fans believe we should have spent that money that we spent on Onana and Mason Mount on different players that we actually needed. But I do hope that this is where he turns a corner. He needs a clean sheet tonight. He actually needs a clean sheet. But there you go. Possession, Burnley 58%, United 42%. That should be the other way around. And it shouldn't be even 58. It should be around 60, 70% United. And anyway, on the Noel Zone Gaming, we did do an eFootball stream earlier on, and let's just say it was an absolute disaster. We lost more games than we won. Yeah, so it didn't do too well, have to say. So we'll have some eFootball streams later. Oh, Luton drew 1-1 against Wolves. Jesus, what a result. City beating Forest 2-0, but they had Rodri sent off. Foden scored for City again. Foden is one of those players I think should be getting more of a chance. He should leave City. And Oh my God, Everton beat bleeding Brentford 3-1. Holy shit, didn't see that result coming. Jesus. Can Deutsche get Everton up that table and avoid relegation? But there's some good games on tomorrow now that I might take a look at. I've got a member stream tomorrow on the main channel. So I'll do that. And then I might take a look at one of these games tomorrow. Just sit down, relax, and enjoy the football. Because I can't enjoy this, man. Bunch of bleeding muppets. Like, right, we're back to Turf Moor. We'll see what score it'll be. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Do, 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 do. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Come on. Do 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 do. Right. We need to kill this game off. So let's see what we could do in the second half. Of course, as I said, I have a funny feeling because we never seem to push on to get the second goal. We always seem to hang on to what we got. So will Eric Ten Hag demand that these players step it up? Because they better. Because I'm sick of them. Muppets. Right. My camera not back on. What's wrong with me camera? Why is it on the front camera again? What is wrong with this tonight, man? There we go. About bloody time. Right, same pattern as the first half. Burnley again on the ball.
The away fans are always great, though. It doesn't matter how bad these players play. The away fans always will support the team. The away fans are bloody amazing. Right, so Burnley. Right, Victor Lindelof pumps it forward towards Holland. Bruno heads it down. We got Scott McFloppenay and Hannibal both fighting for the ball. But it's a Burnley throw. But the manager has left Scott McFloppenay on. Oh, what a ball. Casemiro tried to get That was better, boys. Well done, though. Come on. Get this second goal now. You need this second goal because the longer this stays 1-0. Oh, Delaw's got to try a long throw, is he? You might as well, man. You might as well just throw in there. That's it. I mean, throw it towards our striker's head, though, would be. Holland again, though. Oh! Dalot with the ball right, sweeping across. Rashford regains the ball, does a few of these little tippy tappies, but gets the ball out. Crossed in. Victor Lindelof, you fucking idiot. That's still 7-3 to Ireland in the rugby. That's good. Nice to see. Right, still all Burnley. So the pattern of the game hasn't changed, folks. I mean, Highland is in the right position and all. It's just the ball was just a bit too much pace on it. But Haaland again, he's getting into those positions. See, if the ball was crossed in a little bit more like that, he'd get chances. Victor, back to Onana because you're just an idiot. I mean, when Victor gets his head on it, but Casemiro makes a mistake. Then McFloppin tried to be Ronaldinho at the edge of the box. Oh, South Africa are winning. Reguilon's got a yellow card for complaining to the referee. Awful. Will you just get McTominay off now and bring Amrabat on and give us something to be excited about? Like, because this is fucking awful. That's it, Rashford. McFloppin loses the ball. And look at him, he's just strolling. Get him off the fucking pitch, will you, man? It's a Burnley corner. It's at least we're winning, what? Jesus Christ, man. I don't know, mate. I just don't know, man. This club just doesn't, this team just doesn't excite me. Come on, Ireland. Do something in the rugby now. Don't let me down. I'm missing the rugby because of this shit here. Look at this passing, but Burnley are just like, we're making Burnley look like a great team here. Unlucky. Oh, well to the Burnley goalkeeper there. That was a nice save. Nice knockdown by Rashford with his head. Haaland tried to get the ball, but that is great defending. So can we get a goal from this corner? Make it 2-0. Oh, Hannibal back in. Goalkeeper saved it. Not a bad goalkeeper, the Burnley goalkeeper. And that defending. That was good. You see, when United put a bit of effort in, they look like they could they steamroll Burnley, but they're not. I mean, okay, I think I see Amrabat walking back towards Eric Ten Hag. I think that was him, bald head. I think we might be seeing Amrabat. Let me see. Is there someone taking off their bid? But Burnley on the attack right now. There's only one person in the box. Onana again commanding his box. Casemiro passes it off to Rashford, to Hannibal. Come on. Do something. It just poked up forward. But Bruno is going to get this. No, just players going back after jogging. Still no sign of any movement on the United bench. There definitely should be, but so Bruno has gone out onto the left, and Rashford has gone out onto the right. I mean, for Get in, Ireland are winning again. 10-8 to Ireland in the Rugby World Cup. 60 minutes gone there. 64 minutes gone here. And it's still 1-0. Manchester United scored just at the end of the first half. But the game is gone in the same, it's gone in the same pattern. United are getting a little bit more joy this half, I will say, in terms of getting the ball and putting a bit more effort in. But oh, nice. Go on. McFloppin with a weak shot. McFloppin with a weak shot there. Absolute awful. I mean, get him off the pitch. I mean, I keep saying this, but he'll wait until the 80-odd minute or so before he brings Amrabat on. Well, it's at least the international rugby team is doing me proud so far. But Haaland, I mean, we're just so slow moving the ball forward. It keeps going from side to side with the centre backs, and it's pissing me off. But here's a ball now. Reguilon to Rashford. Oh, no, it was another. Well, I mean, that wasn't going in, but at least he got his hands to it and it's stuck. The United fans are calling for Garnacho. Steve Garnacho. Yeah, bring him on. He should have started, for fuck's sake. So 69 minutes in, folks, and it's still 1-0. Burnley in with a chance. Victor, I can't run a lot, has kicked the ball out. That's his new nickname now. Victor can't run a lot. He goes side to side, but look, he just gets his foot. That could have very easily been an own goal now, but he mistimed that, got to be honest. They're still calling for Garnacho. Right, United cleared that. That was pretty pathetic corner. I thought we were bad at corners. Burnley have been awful. So apparently Burnley are going to be making changes now. I see. Is there any movement? No, it's only Eric Ten Hag. They're just walking on the touchline there. Could you make some subs, buddy? 70 minutes. You know what I mean? Come on. Man United fans are used to subs being made around this time. Well, they used to be. Oh, McFloppenay wins the ball. Gives it to Bruno Fernandes, who tries to play it to Rashford. But Hoyland picks back up the ball. Casemiro. Oh. That's what he's supposed to do. Get in his way. That's it. Exactly. It doesn't matter. Come on, United. Yay. We're beating Burnley 1-0. Yay. It's great. Rashford now. He decides to take a shot. That was a bit of a shot in anger, if you ask me. Oh, Casemiro. So, Burnley are making 3 substitutions. Manchester United are not making any substitutions yet because apparently Ten Hag doesn't like making substitutions until normally it's too late. So this is what will happen. If Burnley score a goal, then he'll make his substitutions because, he just waits until something happens to make these substitutions. Rather than make the substitutions now, try get that second goal and kill the game off. Ireland still winning in the rugby. And it's still 1-0. As long as it stays 1-0, there's the possibility that they'll get back into this game. Victor Lindelof gives away a free kick. I'm not really sure it was, to be quite honest with you. But here we go. We got Rodriguez coming on, Sanderberg, and who else? Jay Rodriguez coming on. Jesus, he's been around a long time. Jay Rodriguez scored some crackers in his time as well. So will Eric Ten Hag counter this? Because that's, what managers normally do when a team brings on a couple of their subs, that then their manager then kind of looks at it for a couple of minutes and then changes it. Will Eric Ten Hag change it up now and finally bring on fucking Amrabat and Garnacho and maybe inject a little bit of fucking pace into the fucking team so we can get that second goal and kill it off? Because as long as it remains 1-0, there's a possibility that Burnley can score. Get that second goal, it doesn't matter then. Even though we shouldn't be conceding against Burnley. But we nearly did in the first half. But this hasn't been an impressive performance by any means. This has been a shambles. I just want to make that clear that it is a shambles. This is Burnley dominating us for most of this game. Here we go. Saved by Onana. Is that a penalty? Two United players down. Evans is down. Oh, VAR is going to be looking at something here, I think. Here we go, right? We can see it, and then the manager will put on all these subs then, Let me see. Oh, Johnny Evans got it in the head. Yeah. Oh, Nana. So Johnny Evans, good defending. So that was onside. Great save by Onana. Oh, I didn't know that fucking Craig Bellamy was in the Burnley staff. Ah, yeah, we got to definitely beat these scummers, man. Come on. Ireland's still winning in the rugby. But what's got Regalon is down as well, was he? Oh, I think Regalon's after doing his hamstring. Yeah, he's after doing his hamstring. So the player that we brought in to replace the Shaw and Malacia is injured. Is after doing his hamstring. We're fucked. Now we have to make a sub. Varane apparently is coming on. Hold on, is he okay or did he just feel something? Well, it was a foul. I mean, I don't know what you're moaning about. But well done, Johnny Evans. The experience there. How bad is Regalon? Does he have to come off? Or did he just... But he should take him off if he felt something. United fans are just geeing them up a little bit because they know they're under a bit of pressure here. Right, having the substitution. Yeah, Varane's coming on. Varane's coming on. So if Varane gets injured, we're fucked. Well, if it's a hamstring, if his hamstring is gone, then he's out for 6 to 8 weeks. If he just felt something and just come off because of caution, then it still puts the manager in a bit of a position because, you know, do you risk him? But Manchester United's injury list is our fault. We had too much long of a pre-season. We've overtrained. I'm telling you now, that's what's happened as well. They're being overtrained. Um, they played games behind closed doors as well as pre-season. This is all, and then the World Cup before that. It's all catching up. All the injuries now are taking their toll, and we're going to have more injuries. It was a bit of over the top. Yeah. Right, the rugby. 7 minutes left in the rugby, so Rashford running back. Nice to see. Well done, Rashford, though. That's what I want to see you do all the time, though. Rashford's had a decent enough game without really creating much, I suppose. Right, he's done running. I don't even know how to kind of like judge this game because it's a shambles, really. It's Burnley, like. McFloppenay just knocks it behind, so they've got a corner now, Burnley. Sanderberger nearly scored from a corner. Onana flapping. Yeah, Onana flapping away there. But it went over the post. I don't know. I just feel if Eric Ten Hag was to bring on a few more players here. But I mean, why put Amrabat on the bench if you're not even going to feature him? Like, what's the point? Hannibal loses the ball. Yeah, Hannibal has put a shift in. In fairness to him, he has. The young lad has actually done a lot of running today. It's a corner. Varane with the defending. But please, don't get injured again, Varane. We need you fucking fit. We need you fucking fit, man. There you go. We need you fit. Lindelof is in the left back role, but I'd rather have him out there. Right, Varane gets it out. Bruno gets rid of it, but back again with Burnley. Hannibal, if he plays the ball here, Rashford. Go on, Rashi. Go on, Rashi. Finish it, Rashi. What a piece of defending. Have to say, what great defending there by Burnley. Rashford dwelling on the ball there a little bit, but he did get the shot off. And Ireland have extended their lead. It's 13-8 to Ireland in the Rugby World Cup. 3 minutes to go. South Africa looks like they need a try. Go on. You know, I give Hannibal his dues, man. He's had to put in a lot of effort in today's game. He comes out of it. He comes out of this game decent, I have to be honest. McTominay with a great ball across, but nobody read it, and Bruno acknowledges it because all it took was a little bit of movement. Do you know what, though? We get this win. Hopefully it does something. But I have to be honest, we're unlucky with VAR. We've gotten another injury now in our squad. We can't catch a break, though, in fairness. I've got to be honest. But Bruno's goal, I mean, he's had to put the smile on my face again. If we win this, of course, he's put a smile on my face. He's our captain. Well done. Give it, give it, give it. Oh, wrong ball. Scott McFloppin again. But in fairness to him now, he's had to get him back into his position. So say, told you, he's bringing on Amrabat now. Like now. Go, feck off, man. Oh, Right. Well, at least we're going to see Amrabat. He's coming off Johnny Evans. He looks wrecked. He absolutely looks like he's going to bloody drop. Wouldn't you just like him to just pop up and score? Like that would really. And Ireland have won in the Rugby World Cup against South Africa. Roll on, roll on, roll on to the quarterfinals. Here we come. There's no way we're getting caught in that group now. Right, come on, United. Top this off now and give me that much needed fucking result. Right. I hope Amrabat gets his foot on the ball though. Here he goes. He has him in this. Is he playing fucking Amrabat in centre back? Or is he put him in left back? Come on. This is it now. This is where we could kill it off. This is where we could kill it off. Bruno Fernandes with the ball. Bruno still. Bruno with the ball. To Rasmus. Oh, and it's defended again by Burnley. Burnley have defended well. I have to be honest with you. And they played some nice little football. What Burnley's problem is, I've got to be honest, if I was to assess it from a Burnley point of view, Burnley are missing, they're probably missing a top quality midfielder and maybe a striker just to add that extra. But Bruno Fernandes apparently is man of the match. So Bruno in with the ball to Hannibal, who tried to head back across. What a ball. Oh, he was ready to tee it up again, Bruno. Oh, he had it. Oh, imagine he had got two volleyed goals. What the hell? Oh, nice. Boy, Rashford. Ball. That's it. Keep it down there. I don't care. Just get this fucking win. Oh, but you first half, I mean, he's got dominated, but in fairness, he's about to keep a clean sheet and he's got a 1-0 fucking win. And I can't, I mean, but it's still this is Burnley. But you know what? If you get this after this fucking past few weeks you have gotten, I'll be delighted. Go on, Hannibal. Give it. Oh, Bruno again with a. Was that when he fucking did he back the heel that? Show that again, will you? In fairness, Bruno, he's been playing out of the position in this game, right? He's been roaming around. It's not a free roam kind of that he's in, but he's kind of rotating between left, right, and the centre. It's a it'll be a good result. It'll be a good result. Just get a second goal. Just 2-0. Come on. And the United fans are singing, "We want Glazers out, we want Glazers out." And I echo that. We want those American knobheads out of our club. Burnley up at our end. Amrabat gives away the free kick. Well, I mean, if bring on Amrabat, give away a free kick on your debut. If this goes into the back of the net, it'll just be another jinx. I mean, but I got to be honest, we haven't seen enough of Amrabat yet. But, they score this now, Amrabat, you can take a hike. Onana with the save. And that was it. The whistle has blown and it is over. 1-0 Manchester United. Nothing amazing. Got to be honest. Actually, if I'm being honest, it was a shit performance overall. But Bruno Fernandes came up with a bit of magic to put it in the back of the net. So, as Manchester United fans, we will obviously sign off the weekend with a win, beating Burnley 1-0. Yeah, I repeat, Burnley. Burnley dominated totally in the first half. Second half, we did get our act together a little bit better. And we did have more of the ball. But there may be an injury now to Reguilon. He was holding his hamstring. So it looks like we could have another injury. And Varane came through those couple of minutes unscathed. So that's good. And, Hannibal, if Bruno hadn't got that goal, for me, Hannibal would probably be man of the match because for 90 minutes, that kid just ran around the pitch and he won a good few tackles as well. So he did well. He's not Premier League champions quality, but he did the job against Burnley. Johnny Evans did have the ball in the back of the net, but unfortunately VAR did rule it out. And when he came off, he looked like he was absolutely dead. But we're looking very thin at the back, got to be honest. And there's going to be a reshuffle now if Reguilon is out. But we got the 1-0 win, 3 points in the bag, and we move on to the next match. So it's at least something. It's at least Man United fans have something to cheer this weekend, because you know what? I will say, man, the last couple of weeks or since the start of the season, it's been heartbreaking. I've got to be honest. I've been very emotional, but they managed to get the win. Hopefully, and I know it's only Burnley, but hopefully, maybe this is a result that might spark something within these players now, and we go on a bit of a little run. Because I think unfortunately, I think Man United are a confidence team, and I think we need to start out. I think we need to go on a bit of a run for these players to reach their full potential. And then obviously when we get all the players back from injuries, hopefully then we're able to do something. But look, the most important thing, I suppose, tonight was those 3 points, and we got the 3 points. So yes, we move on to the next game, which is against, hold on, it is against, so just to tell you where we are in the table. So we're 8th in the table, and we're already 9 points behind Manchester City. But it's not catastrophic, I've got to say. Yes, a lot of teams above us have games in hand. But as I said, it's early season, so this is easily rectified if we can get act together. But our next game is against Crystal Palace, and it's on Tuesday, and it's at 8 o'clock, and it's in the Carabao Cup where we defended. We're so our first game in defence of our title against Crystal Palace. Not going to be an easy game. And then on Saturday we have Crystal Palace again at home in the Premier League. And then on Tuesday, this time at 8 o'clock, we have Galatasaray at home in the Champions League. We got Brentford then at home on the 7th of October. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 home games. Then we play Sheffield United away, and then we play Copenhagen at home, and then we got Manchester City at home, and then we got Fulham away, then Copenhagen again away from home, and then we play Luton, and then we have Everton, Galatasaray, Newcastle, and Chelsea. So we've got a few home games coming up, so we'll see where we end on that. But my man of the match, I know they gave it to Bruno Fernandes. That goal was spectacular, but that's really all he did in the game. I mean, he had a few moments, but overall, I think the Hannibal worked very hard the whole 90 minutes of that game. So he is my man of the match. Hannibal is. Onana kept the clean sheet and made some good saves. So hopefully that does his confidence the world of good, because he really needs to, get with the program now. Your Manchester United goalkeeper, we can tolerate a few mistakes, but now it's time to eradicate them. And I have to admit, I was worried about the defense. They did pretty decent, but against a decent team, that defense is screwed. Because Johnny Evans, God love him, he tried and he got a goal today, but the goal was ruled out. But Johnny Evans is not a starter, because by the time he came off the pitch, he was literally dead. I mean, he couldn't wait to get off. And in fairness to him, he did a lot. He did do a lot, because Burnley were on the front foot. More so in the first half than they were in the second half, but he did do a lot. But look, there was a lot of workman-like performances. I still don't get Scott McTominay on the pitch, though. If I was to pick out a player that didn't really do it for me today, it would be him. And Rashford is still not looking right for some weird reason. I don't know what it is, but I know he'll come good. So I'm gonna, United fans are rightly giving it about him because he got a contract extension. But I'll be a little bit more patient with him for now. But he has to start getting into form. And of course, our winger situation is actually a bit difficult right now at the moment as well. So we got a lot of things going on, but 3 points was the main objective today. And that's exactly what we did. And we played and won in the sexiest jersey in the Premier League. I don't care what anybody says, but this white kit is the best kit in the Premier League. Fucking is. I'm telling you. It's a beautiful kit. It's a beautiful kit. Seriously, even when this season's over, I'm looking after this baby. This thing is getting well looked at, just getting looked after. When all the other jerseys don't really look after them, I just fucking throw them on, and I'm gonna look after this baby. Actually, all 3 jerseys I got this year, I'm gonna look after them all because they're lovely jerseys. Even the green and white one that everybody hates, I love it. Fucking lovely on me as well it is. So, and I love the red one. So, you know what I mean? Anyway, I've got a smile on my face. Ireland won in the Rugby World Cup against South Africa. United win 1-0. I can now enjoy the weekend for a change. I will be back though on this channel because remember we're back on Tuesday, so we've got a little bit of a break and then we're back on Tuesday for the Carabao Cup. So I'm going to get the thumbnail ready for that and all that, and a little video that I do for that as well. For the little intro, I'll do a little separate individual intros now for each, hopefully for each of the stream. Well, that's what I'm going to be going is to do, but and I know they're little crap ones, but I'm learning, But anyway, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, especially subscribe. Hit that like button because it does help the algorithm. It really does. And I'm going off now to play some e-football. So if you want to hear me lose me shit on playing e-football, go to Noel Zone Gaming. That's Noel Zone Gaming. And I'll be over on that channel in a few minutes with an e-football stream. The last one went absolutely ridiculous because I hardly won a game. So I want to do another one now and hopefully win more than I lost. So come and join me for that. And of course, we will have Eric Ten Hag's press conference. I didn't feel like doing the press conference this week after that shambles on Wednesday, right? But I will be doing the press conference for the Carabao Cup. I think we'll probably be interviewed on Monday for that, if I'm sure, or maybe it's probably after this game and the embargo it until a certain time. But we will do that press conference when it comes out, and we'll do a reaction to it. And then, of course, we will be back for that Carabao Cup game live at Old Trafford, and we'll be here reacting to it. So come and join us for that. It should be a good game indeed. So thank you for watching, and we will see you for the next one. And especially there, Cinnamon, who stayed with me throughout the whole stream as he always does, and I appreciate that support. So I'll leave you now with the little videos that I put together today. So have a good one, and remember, Eric Ten Hag in.
1 hard, 2 hard, 3 hard.